Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, it went down to a chilly 40 something last night, and now the house is pretty chilly this morning. But I'm not turning on the heat. It'll warm up. It's going to be going up to 68 today, so it'll be a really nice day to either do a little garden work or to work in my garage. So yesterday, I shared my terrible, terrible garage. It's only gotten to be like that this past year. Actually, it's been a few months. And it all happened when I needed to get a new TV. So that required me to take the armoire out, move some furniture around from upstairs because I didn't want to buy new furniture. So that required me to take a bunch of stuff out of a desk, and it just went on from there. So a lot of things ended up in my garage. But no worries, I can fix that. I'll just plug away at it a little at a time, and it'll get done. But in the meantime, my poor little car has had to sit outside. So I do want to get my car back in the garage. So anyway, life goes on. You get things done in your own time. Or sometimes you have to hurry up and get things done. But those days are over for me. I don't want to hurry up and do anything anymore. So I guess that's one of the perks of being retired. You can take your own sweet time. And especially since I don't have a partner to crack the whip and say, you gotta do this and you gotta do that, I can do things on my own time frame, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let's fix up some coffee here, because that's always my first order of business in the mornings. And I'm about done with this creamer. It was good. It's Bridgerton English toffee. It's pretty good. I don't know if I'd buy it again, but I wanted to try it because I used to like the English coffee from the vending machines at work. I used to get it all the time, and I thought I'd give it a try and see if it's similar. And it's not exactly the same, but it's good. There used to be, it was a powdered stuff. I can't remember the company, but it used to come in a little tin, and you could make cappuccino, like an instant cappuccino. I don't know if they still make that anymore. I'll have to look for it in the stores. But anyway, it was good, and it was very similar to what you get in the vending machines. So I'm not a coffee snob, and vending machine coffee, if there's nothing else available, is perfectly fine in my book. So let's give this a taste and see if it's a good cup of coffee this morning. Cheers! Yep, it's good. So I'm planning on doing a little bit more work in my garage today, and I have garbage to go out, yay, which I have to do shortly because they come pretty early, and I don't want to miss that. And my garbage can is full, and I have a big black garbage bag to go. So it's my goal every week to get another big black garbage bag filled up with stuff from the garage. I came across some bulbs that I had stored from, last year I think it was. There's some gladiolas and some daffodils and hyacinths. I should plant those. But the daffodils and the hyacinths, I should wait till fall. But I could plant the gladiolas, and I have a container in my front flower bed, and I think that would be a good place to put them. And if they don't make it, that's fine too. At least it'll be out of the garage. And we'll see what happens. So, all right, I'm going to drink my coffee, run my stuff out to the curb, and then I will meet you over there at the budget book. Well, back at the budget book. So yesterday I didn't spend any money. I did get my storage containers. They came in, so I can start working on some things inside the house, but I'm going to concentrate more on my garage today. And who knows, if I have enough energy, I might do a little bit of work on my food storage too, but it depends. It all depends. Everything always depends on how I'm feeling physically. And I know there's a lot of you out there in the same boat that, you just can't do what you used to do and you need to make adjustments. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just something you have to keep working at and plugging away at, and you'll get there eventually. So I never want to be that person that just criticizes and just, I always want to be encouraging to my audience, to my friends, because I do consider most of you my friends, to do what you can, and not let other people that are always negative and trying to tell you what to do and how to do it and when to do it, just, ignore those people because they're ignorant. But anyway, so that's kind of what I'm planning to do today, is do a little bit more work in the garage. And again, I'm going to set a time limit for that, maybe an hour. That's what I did yesterday, and that worked out fine. I also wanted to say, some people have the idea that my channel is a frugal channel, and it's not. All you have to do is read the title to my channel. It's Ellen's Abundant Life on Less. It's not Ellen's Frugal Life. It's not anything like that. So I just wanted to clarify that. I just like to share how I can stretch my money to get the things that not only that I need, but things that I want. And I've been very successful at doing that. So for those of you who think this is a frugal channel, it's not really. It's Ellen's Abundant Life on Less. And I've always managed to get what I need, what I want, have enough money put away to provide for my needs, and stretch my money as far as I can, because I am in a low-income bracket. I'm not at poverty level, thank God for that, but I am at a low-income level. So for those of you that, are looking for something that's more, I save every penny and this is how I do it, this isn't what my channel is all about. So I just wanted to clarify that. And, it sort of speaks for itself. Ellen's Abundant Life on Less. I think I'm pretty sure that it's got nothing to do with being totally frugal. It just has to do with knowing how to juggle my money around and how I want to spend it, which is all a personal thing. How we spend our money and what we spend it on is all personal. If you like books and, you love to go to the bookstore and you buy a lot of books and that's your thing, that's great. Then you should continue to do that. Or if you like to collect things that other people might think are silly, who cares what they think? Just, collect what you want to collect. But you want to have enough money available so that you can do that without going into debt. And I guess That's the most important thing. Getting what you want, what you need, and staying out of debt. So, okay, that's my little budget chat this morning. So let's all carry on the way we want to carry on and, just do our thing and be happy. I already took the garbage out this morning, and then I realized that we had Memorial Day on Monday, so they're not going to pick up the garbage today. But that's all right. I'll just take everything to the curb, and it gives me one extra day to get things out of my garage. Now I have to order the pickup people, the DAY2 people. I have to get on there and see when they're going to be in the neighborhood and get my donations ready for them. It always motivates me to get rid of things when I think that maybe somebody else can use them because I don't need them or want them anymore. So, and I'm thinking about donating my bike because with my hip replacement, I can't really get on it and be safe. So I don't want to break a bone. It's not worth it to me. And I offered it to everybody in the family. I've had this bike for a very long time, but it's been sitting in the garage for a very long time. And I really can't use it anymore. I would like to. I would like to get out there and ride my bike, but I can't do it anymore. So I'm thinking about donating that. And no, I'm not going to sell it because selling things is wonderful and it's a great idea and it gives you extra money. But once I make the decision that I want something, I don't want something, I want it out of sight, out of mind, so that I don't decide to go back and then keep it. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Well, this morning, I'm sitting here thinking while I'm drinking my coffee. Cheers. I'm thinking about being a prepper as a senior, a retired senior. And I've been a prepper for a long time. And a lot of people don't understand why people are preppers. They used to make fun of us. It's like, hey, the preppers, blah, blah. But more and more people have actually seen the light and become preppers. And especially, I'm glad that I have been a prepper for years because now it's come in very handy with this terrible, terrible economy and all the ridiculous prices we have to pay for our food, our everything. So now it's like, I already have a lot of these things and I don't need to buy your stuff that's totally overpriced. I don't buy anything unless it's an absolute must that's overpriced. I just don't need to because I have things available that I can use, whether that's food or other things. That's why I pick and choose what I buy, and I don't buy anything that isn't reasonably priced or that is a bargain. I just don't buy things that are so high priced that you break the bank buying them. So, for people that haven't prepared in the past, it's like, well, I'm sorry, but, you'll just have to go out and spend those big bucks on those things. So I will continue to be a prepper. My oldest son, he's a prepper too. He buys things ahead and, and a lot of people think that it's like, oh yeah, you're just throwing your money away. You're just, preparing for things that might never happen, which is all true. That could totally happen. But I would rather have the things available and have spent the money than have the money sitting there and you can't do anything with it because you can't afford it. So anyway, that's what I think about prepping, and I'm very glad that I've prepped ahead. Now, some people think, oh, preppers are hoarders. You know, they have all this stuff. And yeah, you do end up with a lot of stuff. But I'll tell you what, if the grid goes down, and I know people will say, oh, that's never going to happen. Well, okay, let's hope not. But if the grid goes down, let's say that might be a disaster, and for weeks you might not have what you need, you can't go out, you might not have gasoline available in your car, whatever, and you have to stay in your house. I mean, look what happened in 2020. You know, all of a sudden that hit everybody like a ton of bricks. And a lot of people had to run out and buy toilet paper. I didn't have to run out and buy toilet paper because I had it. I wasn't in a panic mode at all. Whatever I needed, I had in my house. You know, the shelves were empty at the stores. For me, it was like, well, so what? I have plenty of food here. So, you know, you have to take some of these things with a little bit of seriousness. And, you know, if you want to laugh at preppers, go ahead. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But as for me, I'm going to continue with the prepping. Now, what I don't want to do, and I've talked about this before, I don't want to keep building and building and building. I have what I need. I have emergency things that if the power goes out or the stores don't have the food that I want or that I need, I have all those supplies. And so I'm happy about that. Another thing, you might have a medical disaster. You know, something, it's happened to me before when I broke my hip where I couldn't drive. Now, my family was readily available. They could go out and pick up anything I needed. That wasn't an issue. But I didn't need to bother them for things that I already had. I didn't need to send them shopping. You know, I didn't need to do any of that stuff because I already had things available. So for me, it's worth it to spend the money on those things rather than having the money in the bank or under my mattress and I can't do anything with it because there's nothing available to buy. So I don't know, how many of you out there are preppers? By preppers, I mean you have an emergency stash somewhere, whether it's in your apartment or in your house or wherever you keep your extra things. Now, I do use my garage for storage. I don't store food out there, but I do store all my other prepping things, my heater, a little stove I have. I have small appliances. I have a lot of those that I could plug into a generator. Now, I do need to get like a solar generator. I don't have one of those, but I want to get one or maybe two of those. Now, here in Ohio, we get plenty of sunshine in the summer months, but in the winter, we don't get a whole lot of sun. So charging something solar is a little difficult to do. But a lot of these, I think they're generator converters kind of thing. If you plug them in until they're fully charged, you can use them even if the electric goes out, which is another thing that could happen if the grid goes down. You know, you want to make sure you have enough water. I have a rain barrel that I could use. I have a Berkey that I could use with the rainwater. We have a pond just down the street. I can walk there If I had to, I could get that water, get things to prepare, making your water safe. So those sorts of things I've stocked up on. And yeah, they take up space. Of course they do. So what? I have the space. So, you know, I can do that. And everybody can have a little closet, or you can store things vertically if you have a very small space. And you can make it look neat. It doesn't have to look like a mess. You know, you can store it in bins, or you can store it on open shelving if you want. But think about, you know, storing maybe under your bed, under some of your furniture. You can do all that. Now, I don't do that because, like I said, I have the space in the garage. So I can use half my garage as storage, which is what I do. Now, I have to go through the things in my garage because some of the things that were important to me at one point and took up space out there, I no longer need. So I can put some of my things that are kind of out in the open now. I can take things out of some of the cabinets and put those things in and get rid of the things that I don't need anymore. So anyway, you know, do you, if you don't want to be prepared for things and you just live week to week, well, then do that. You know, nobody's going to say, oh, you can't do that. But some of us just don't think that way. We like to be prepared for emergencies rather than running around the sky is falling. I don't want to be that person. So, and don't say, well, that's not going to happen, you know, because like I said, remember 2020. You know, that's not that far in the past. So, but I was prepared. I didn't have a problem at all with any of it. So, okay, I just wanted to talk a little bit about being a retired senior prepper, which I will continue to do. And I'll continue to sort through things, let things go. If I need new things, I'm going to go right ahead and get new things. And I can do that. And so just try and be safe and think ahead a little bit. And hopefully, you know, hopefully you don't need it. But if you do need it, you're going to have it. So, all right, that's my little pep talk for the day. I'm going to get out into the garage now and after my coffee and do a little bit of work out there. And I'm actually kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying it. I like looking through my old stuff and, oh yeah, you know, I use this for that, I use that for that, and now I can let it go. I don't need it anymore. It's kind of nice to say, all right, I don't need it anymore. It's all good. And I don't feel like it was a waste of money because I can pass it on to somebody else, whether it's a family member, a friend, or some random person I don't know when they go to donation, because I donate to senior dogs, which is near and dear to my heart. And I feel like I'm doing some good and giving to a charity that actually is meaningful to me. So sometimes finding a charity that's meaningful to you makes it a little easier to let things go. So, okay, I'm going to get out there and do a few things, and then I'll take you with me for a little bit. All right, well, today I've decided I'm going to work on this area a little bit. There's a lot of stuff there, gardening and things that I don't want anymore, I don't need anymore. I'm keeping this basket. It's a nice size. I can go gather my produce in there. These are the bulbs I was talking about. This right here is a leaf shredder that I bought a few years back that I've used. And I have a lot of trees in the backyard, so I can shred the leaves in there, and then I can cover up my raised beds with leaf mulch for the winter. So I'm keeping that. And then once I get, there's actually a chair under there, believe it or not. This is where I used to sit in the garage, and I want to get back to that. This whole box is sort of for winter sewing, so some of that I'll sort through and keep. But I've got these two cupboards back here. This one is filled with gardening things, fertilizer and everything, so I need to go through that. And this one here is it's like for household repair things, nuts and bolts and things like that. And I'll look through that because I don't need a whole lot of that anymore, but a lot of times when my handyman comes over, he'll say, "Oh, would you happen to have this or that?" Because he knows I have stuff, and it's come in handy. And so I want to work on this section today. So we'll see how far I get. I probably won't get it all done, but we'll see. And I'll feel good after I get it done. And that's that. Okay, I've been working on here for a good hour or so. I managed to get to the chair and all this cleared up. I'm working my way that way. So I'm sorting through things and putting them in categories, and then I'll figure out what else I want to get rid of, what I'm going to keep. So that's the system I'm kind of using. My goal is not to have to buy anything for the garden next year, and that will save me a lot of money. I found all my plant food, so I can go out and fertilize my garden now. And yep, I'll just keep plugging away at it. It'll get there. Here's more things I want to get rid of. This is all going to the garbage today. I pulled out some more things for the donation. So it's getting there. It's going to take me at least a month to get everything organized and straightened up and cleaned up, but that's all right. Progress is better than no progress. Or I should say, a little progress is better than no progress. Okay, that's it for me today. I'm glad I made progress out there. Sometimes once you're pulling everything out, it gets messier before it gets better. But I think it'll be good. And I've discovered that I really don't need any more gardening things. Hopefully for next year, I'll have everything I need, especially since I'm downsizing. But I'm being very mindful of what I want to get rid of because I don't want to have to rebuy anything either. In today's economy, that's just foolish in my opinion. So, I worked out there for a good hour, maybe a little bit longer, but now you get to the point where you kind of start to get a little like, oh, I don't know what to do with this, I don't know what to do with that, and so I'm going to pick this up either again later today or start fresh again tomorrow. So sometimes I think I overshare. You know, a lot of people don't want you to know what they've got going on because they're worried about being judged. I'm not one of those people. I don't care what other people think. You know, I live my life according to my standards, not according to other people's. And it's been working okay for me for a lot of years. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.